Like, if this is something that you love, if this is something you want to do for your life, you're gonna have to challenges in the blogging niche that we're scared to think about or even talk about. This is something that really crossed my head about. People think that this blogging journey is a easy one-step plan, one step, you go, just go, but that's just not the case. Blogging is really tough. There's times where you feel like you want to quit. There's times where, is this worth it? Is this worth the effort? Is this worth the time? Is this worth the results? First up, I really want to clarify the fact that when you finally start figuring out your dream, figuring out what you want to do in life, you start to lose people. And I realized this very quickly. Like, I love this. I love this content. I love what I do. And it's incredible that I can help people just in my bedroom and help possibly millions of people. But our generation doesn't see it like that. They see it like we're stuck in a bedroom, we're not doing anything, we're just talking in front of a machine. But you have to just live with the fact that you're gonna piss a ton of people off when you do what's best for you. Sometimes I beat myself up if I'm not working hard enough, if I'm not doing enough, if I'm not enough. And that's a very toxic mindset. I am a type A workaholic. I love working. That's just who I am. I'm not the type of person who is just gonna sit around and do nothing. Like, there's times where I'm like that, and there's times where I'm not. There's times where I want to freaking work. And you have to not always be so work, but you also have to put time into other areas of your life and just balance things out and have good time management skills. And blogging is not easy. It's probably the number one hardest platform to grow. There's two reasons. This first reason is, of course, there's 1 billion freaking blogs out there. And second of all, blogs don't have a built-in audience unless you're on a actual social media blogging platform like Medium or Ghost or Wattpad. And you're gonna have to live with that. You're gonna have to live with the fact that I'm on the hardest platform to grow. Like, even Twitch is easier to grow on than freaking blogging, because there's not, compared to the number of streamers, no. So you're gonna have to branch out into other platforms. You're gonna have to do a lot of branching out into other blogging platforms. You're gonna have to stand out, be you, show who you are. There's a lot of competition out there. And perfectionism, perfectionist, trying to be perfect, trying to get that perfect blog post every freaking time is a problem. It's something I go through. I want every video to be perfection, every podcast to be perfection, every Instagram post to be perfection, but that's just not realistic. That's not relatable. And I have to just live with that. I have to post something even though it's not perfect. I have to post something even though I don't look the best or I don't feel the best, because I care and I want to show that you don't have to be at your perfect state to finish that perfect blog post. Maybe there's a positive to it. You can post a blog post and have spinach in your teeth and be in your PJs and post something freaking amazing. It's just getting out of that perfectionism problem. And another thing that I figured out is the fact that you're always going to be alone, and you're always going to feel like there's nobody on your side, there's nobody with you at the beginning. Even if you have a huge community as a blogger, you still feel alone, you feel isolated, you feel like no one's at your corner physically. And this is just the sad truth. Like, a lot of creators are literally absorbed with their work. They come home, they make a blog post or make a video, edit it, post it, and just either play video games, watch videos all day, and just stay home. One thing I will tell you right now is get out freaking side. And this is something I'm working on too, but it's gonna kill you. Like, the hustle, grind lifestyle isn't sustainable. You can't grind forever. You can't hustle forever. You need to be willing to take breaks. You need to be willing to go outside and have that closure, have that fresh air, because if you want to do this long term, you're going to have to take breaks. proactively. You have to work proactively, because a lot of people start to realize, you start to work in your blog rather than out your blog, because you know you're doing a good job when your blog is kind of working for you. You get to a point where stuff is just automatic. You don't have to work that hard anymore, and everything's just basically automatic. Stuff is working for you basically, rather than you working your butt off and doing stuff yourself and just doing all this stuff. It's unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. This is gonna get really personal, but with my content, I have a lot of people to prove wrong, and I wanted to make this a thing, like, how many people can I prove wrong? How can I show that this is something I can actually do and not look like a fool? But that's not how I should think about it, and that's not how you should think about it. Don't think about it like I want to prove my parents wrong, that they never believed in my blogging dreams, or I want to prove all those bullies and freaking jerks in high school who picked on me to show I'm gonna be something big, or I want to prove my boss wrong who fired me, who said I wasn't gonna make it with this job, and say, I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna show myself that I can do this, that I can make this a long-term goal. I can make this a sustainable idea, and I can show myself that I can stick with something, and I can help people and share my story and inspire people. Because it's always, I want to top each blog post and make each blog post amazing and prove more people wrong, but honestly, that just isolates us and puts us in a negative loop that it's hard to get out of. But if you switch it, instead of saying I want to prove people wrong, I want to prove myself right. I want to prove myself that I'm capable of this blogging, and all these hardships that are coming at me, I can push through them. Because for years, I didn't know my place in this world. I didn't know my place in school, in society, and I just felt like a total outcast. I felt like a total loner. I felt like I related to nobody in my school, in my grade, and I felt really out of place and really odd, and everyone looked like they got it together. Everyone looked like they were tight, they cool, they got it. And I found content, and I found podcasts, I found blogging. All these pieces of content helped me find my home. I found my home, I found my calling, and I'm like, I should give back. I should provide my stories and provide my help after all the help I've gotten. And I found blogging because I've been writing for who knows how long, and writing was my escape from a lot of crap. And the blogging space is really, really under talked about. There's a lot of fakers and scammers in the blogging space, and I just want to change that. I just want to bring another light to this niche and to this place. And even though, you know, our blogs could just instantly just vanish in an instant because we don't have control of our data of Google, you know, even though we're trying to prove people wrong when we shouldn't, and you know, we always feel alone, and you know, we might not have people who believe in us, or we're not getting the results that we want, and we have to work hard but we don't get what we want. This is such a sustainable idea if you're willing to not give up and push through. Because if this is something that you love, if this is something you want to do for your life, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, whether that's quitting your job and working in the gig economy, or you know, stomping on those people who told you no, or it's you know, stop buying Starbucks, stop playing a little bit of video games, and just get on your blogging, get on your audio blog, get on your content. Because yeah, that's it. Like, the people that are actually growing, that's called #dedication, because they're actually full on in on this. They're not halving it. They're not, you know, they're full on in it, and you have to be willing to go all in on it. Blogging at night, you know, blogging at midnight, not without result, blogging until you become drowsy. I make videos even though I don't feel right. You know, it's that pain combined with the urge to do it, combined with the passion. So many people want to romanticize the process and say this is an easy road, but some people just gotta know the freaking truth, and I'm here to give you the truth. I'm here to give you what you need to know, so you know what you're up against. You know what you're gonna go through. You know this is the life you chose. Like, you didn't choose a regular system telling you what to do. You chose a system that you have control over. You chose this system, so you have to be willing to fail. Yeah, that's it. Like, if you don't want to fail, go get the job you want. You know, follow the roadmap that they're telling you. But if you want to fail and want to test and want to A/B test and want to be in lectures laboratory and want to not give up, this is the path for you. And that's if you want to do this with your life, you have to fail a bunch. I know this was super long rant, and you know, I've been talking for like 3 minutes straight, but you gotta understand, I'm only 16, but I've had many years of freaking crap. Just when I started to believe in myself and say this, I believe in what I'm capable of. I believe in this mission. I believe in this vision, and I believe in I can help as many bloggers as I can, is when I started to not give up. I started to keep pushing, even though the results may not be there yet, or I might not be getting what I want right now. You know, even though you're not okay now, you're gonna be okay at some point. This is not an easy road. It's an up and down roller coaster, and you're gonna have to live with those problems. You're gonna have to live with those hardships, and show that you can rise above them and leap over them. Because many people quit. Many people quit within the first freaking month. You have to give this at least 1 year before you see some result kick in. But yes, that's it. If you want to check out our playlist is down below. I think we're gonna be watching Endgame tonight. Ugh, I am so freaking ready. People are spoiling the freak out of it. I survived my school. People were spoiling it. Please don't get spoiled. Like, if you're gonna watch that movie, don't get spoiled. I'm so freaking excited. I hope that the people who died got some screen time. The people who died in the snap. But yes, I'll see you in the next one.